Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I am Lady Calamere, and today's presentation will be on Aphrodite. Please excuse my breathing and everything. I am sick with COVID-19. If you're used to my channel and been on my channel before, you're probably wondering why I haven't done a video and the reason why I've been sick. And unfortunately, during that presentation of K2, I actually had the beginning symptoms of COVID-19. So, anyways, I don't know when I'm going to be better, so I might as well just do this presentation on the beautiful goddess Aphrodite. And I've been wanting to do this one because she's been coming in my dreams. So it should be before I got sick. So I wanted to do something on her. Anyways, Aphrodite. Her name means born of foam, as well as foam born. Hesiod said that she was born when Gaia, the goddess of the Titans, the mother of the Titans of Earth, had her son Kronos cut off the genitalia of Uranus, also pronounced Uranus, and his genitalia, along with blood and sperm, fell into the ocean, into the fertile ocean of the earth, in which Aphrodite arose from this. Now, according to Homer, she is the daughter of Zeus and Dione. Homer is a later version, but the more popular, the most popular version is the Hesiod, foam-born. So that's her name. She is one of the 12 Olympians. And some of the things, like her names, her epitaphs, or the most holy one. Of course, foam-born, that's her name. The victorious one, Adonis. Also, she who postpones old age. The golden one. She's also called the Golden Aphrodite. Far shining. She of the beautiful buttocks. The Cyprian. The beauteous one. Queen of love. Mother of peace. She's whose touch gladdens the earth. She's whose footfall is musical. She of the flower-laden breath. Lady of myrtle. Lady of the sea. The queen. The shapeshifter. Mother of passion, the amorous one. Queen of love, ruler of the world, she who is to be adored. Now there's also, I read from a long time ago from Z Budapest, that she does have a darker aspect, and she's called the Black One. And that's not just by Z Budapest. From other sources, she's also called the Black Queen, the Grave Digger. And there's also a minor aspect, but also extremely interesting. And this one was worshipped at Delphi. And in fact, her statue by her statue, the dead were summoned up, and they were given libations that were poured into the ground, where the dead would hungrily eat. And this is the aspect that it started around, is it? Please bear with me. The first and second centuries CE, Common Era, and the name was Aphrodite I should have wrote this down. Epitimbia. No, I'm sorry, Epitimbia, yeah. So, Epitimbia. EPITYMBIA. So, and that was very interesting because a lot of people see Aphrodite as a golden Aphrodite, as a beauteous Aphrodite, dealing only with love or sex. And here we have something, the names of the Gravedigger, the Black One, the Black Queen, Black Aphrodite, and the goddess dealing with the dead. And there's also, if you ever read anything by Plutarch, and he mentions funeral ceremonies that were held in honor of the goddess Aphrodite in Aegina. So those were to commemorate and honor the fallen Troy. At Thebes, she was also associated or corresponds with Persephone, who is Kore as the goddess of the underworld. So, and also, she was also called Aphrodite Gorgo. G-O-R-G-O, almost like a gorgon, who represented the goddess who is conceived as the dead and frozen slumber. And that aspect, Aphrodite Gorgo, was worshipped in Cyprus as well as Crete. So we see that I'm bringing up some more the darker, shadowy aspects of Aphrodite. And in fact, she was to be ignored at one's own peril, where she could make someone oversexed, addicted to sex, and even commit suicide due to passions. So let's look at other things about her. So we have some of the things her things that are her animals are dolphins, geese, doves, scallops, sparrows, swans, and there was some animals that were sacrificed to her, and they were goats and sheep that were sacrificed to her. So things that are her symbols, or of course that's very sacred to her, that she used, that gave her more power, was actually a girdle that was made for her by Hephaestus. Hephaestus made her a girdle that accentuated her powers and accentuated her beauty, in which sometimes she would loan it out to other goddesses. Please don't knock over the tripod. I have a kitty here. Please don't. I didn't set this tripod up. I just realized. So her girdle, gold coins, a chalice, scalloped shells, myrtle, pomegranate, let's just go into the things and I'll go into the herbs and stuff. Seawater, sea foam, perfumes and oils, and cosmetics. Now, herbs and stuff like that, roses, myrrh, myrtle, apples, pomegranates, roses, the red anemone flowers, so other things. Oh, I forgot the diadem and the necklace of pearls. So she had many lovers, and she had her husband that Zeus married her off to, Hephaestus, whom she was not thrilled to be married to, and she was not faithful to. So other aspects to her, and these are big ones. I mean, we have Aphrodite, porny, which of course pornography, and that speaks for itself. You have Aphrodite, Genetrix, which is a goddess of marriage and serious long-term relationship, but definitely marriage oaths. She is also known as Aphrodite Pandemos, which means Aphrodite for everything, especially dealing with lust and prostitutes and sex and carnal love. Aphrodite Urania is the Aphrodite of the heavenly Aphrodite, the goddess of divine love, pure love, ideal love, true love, and unconditional love. We also see things that she has powers over the gods and goddesses. The only ones she did not have power, nor can she pull the heartstrings at, were actually 3 goddesses. They were Artemis, Estia, and Athena. She did not have any power, nor did her girdle work any power over them. Now the interesting thing is that she's never been sexually violated. And she decided who pretty much she's going to lay with. And she had children by different deities, but none that I could find by Hephaestus. She had lovers, many of them. Ares is her favorite, the god of war. But she also slept with Dionysius, Hermes, Adonis. There's also, I can't pronounce his name, Achilles. So, anyways, some of the things, her metal is copper, but she also loves gold. But copper is one of her sacred metals. Water is her element. Her planetary power is Venus, and this is an antique from 1959, before I was born. So planetary powers is Venus. Her colors, turquoise blue, pink, green, white, gold. Some of the crystals that could be associated with her are rose quartz, carnelian, emerald, and I put some strawberry quartz, which you'll see those right there at the side, and then behind it is rose quartz. Pearls are associated with her. Her chakras associated with this chakra would be the heart chakra and the sacral chakra. She was associated with the sacred prostitutes, the temple prostitutes. So her favorite people would be prostitutes, lovers. And she's also the goddess of mariners and sailors. Those involved with pornography, and I'm talking about consensual stuff. We're not talking about the sick, gross stuff. So, we're talking about willing pornography, and, you know, I'm not going to get into the legalities. 18 and older. So, her number has been associated with 6. Oh, other flowers are poppies too. Poppies. She associated with incense, especially Nag Champa is a good one for her. We get the word aphrodisiac from her. And the word hermaphrodite from her child that she had with Hermes. Hermaphroditus, which was part man, part woman. Aphrodite loves beautiful things. So give her offerings of beautiful things. She loves flowers, gold, jewelry, money, perfumes, perfumed oils, incense. Nag Champa is a good one to give her, as well as myrtle and myrrh. But Nag Champa is really good for her. Rose oils and incense, cosmetics, honey. She likes honey. Honey cakes. Commandaria, which is a Greek dessert wine. Champagne. Rosés. Sweet juices. Sweets. Chocolates. Cakes. Decadent desserts. Dried fruits. Fresh fruits. Water, as well as seawater. People have given her seafood. One of her most sacred places is Cyprus, is believed where she arrived. It's actually the rock of Aphrodite is said to be the spot where she first came ashore. And that's around near Old Paphos. So that's on the southwest coast of Cyprus. And I believe in archaeological evidence, and that's right around when she came to shore. That it was said that she was imported to Greece. And then, of course, she was worked in the stories. And you have the Greek stories about her. And again, I'm a person that loves science and archaeological evidence. One of her Aphrodinia was her festival, and it was celebrated the summer solstice. And the devotees back in the day, in ancient times, celebrated the day by decorating little boats, little toy boats. And they would put flowers and flower garlands on it, and they would send it out to the sea with their petitions on it. As far as war, It was said that she had a warrior aspect, but that was later tempered down, and is said by Zeus, by Zeus, as they call him in Greek, Zeus. But Zeus is the one to calm her down, and so her warlike aspect was then overlooked for more of her aspect. She's a goddess of fertility. And it said when she appears, where she steps, or where she touches, flowers and greenery would grow from the ground. Flowers would appear beneath her feet, and when animals of prey would come around her, whether it be wolves or lions, any animals, yeah, I know lions are not originally from Greece, but it's written that these animals would mate instead of trying to kill each other or eat each other. They'd literally start humping each other. So literally the lion will lay down with the lamb. Is has a saying there. Excuse me, I am sick, so bear with me. I've been sick for a while. So she is the goddess of also not just love, but sensuality, pleasure, happiness, joy, harmony, music, dance, laughing, inspiration, radiance, flourish, a goddess of abundance, the goddess of prosperity, of financial growth and happiness, goddess of leisure, luxury, rest and relaxation, fun, and doing exciting, fun things. She's a goddess of sensuality and of emotions and feelings. Artistic. So she likes art. She really does. She likes paintings. She likes the finer arts in life. Exuberance. Charisma. So, and yes, she is a goddess of promiscuity, unfaithfulness, and yes, she could be superficial and sometimes even selfish and hedonistic and vain. But she will teach you about self-love and self-care. She will teach you to also take after your self, to keep up with yourself and keep up with your looks, to enjoy life, and to even laugh and dance and sing more often. to live more from your senses. She can help you find a relationship, to go out on dates, and to heal the relationship that you have now, and to value yourself and to value the lives of others. To love your life now, because life is so fleeting. I got COVID-19. I am fighting for my life. And to really reflect onto what is important in your life, what is beautiful in your life. Like I told my friend, he wanted to buy a Morgan statue, and I said, go ahead. If you have the money and you have everything paid for, and you have the extra money, why not enjoy life? Because you never know, you might get COVID soon. And well, I didn't say you might get COVID soon, but I said, you know, that's what I was thinking. This thing is so bad. And my man was hospitalized from it. So why not? Enjoy your life. Enjoy yourself. Do the little things that make yourself happy. Because she's a goddess who likes to be happy. She's a goddess that likes to be pleased. And so often we see so many shows showing her as a ditz, like some dope or bimbo, which is really sad. It's more like, give me an S, give me an E, give me an X. What does that spell? I don't know, because I'm a dumb bimbo. And that's how they make her. And oh my God, they don't even know. They just took her and pigeonholed her into some dumb ditz. And she's far from a dumb ditz. Okay? And yes, she's seen a lot of times running around naked or scantily clothed, as we see right here. But she's not a dumb bimbo with an IQ of a sack of hammers. Okay? Anything but that. And it shows that sometimes in the myth she's ridiculed. And by even some of the gods, and in which she does, she goes after people, you know, pretty much laugh at her at your own peril. Because she will get revenge. Oh yeah, Aphrodite can be pretty malicious when she wants to be. So again, laugh at her at your own peril. One of the things is that she was deeply in love with Adonis. And Adonis, depending on the story, was killed in a hunting accident. And of course, when, you know, Aphrodite was really concerned about Adonis, where she had Persephone look over him. But then it's like, sort of like an argument between Persephone and Aphrodite. She wanted Adonis, so Zeus was the one that had to step in. So his time was divided in three. 1/3 of the time he would be with Persephone, another third would be with Aphrodite, and another third Adonis would be by himself, you know, to have a breather. So he can do things, you know, be left to his own devices. And also, Zeus gave her a taste of our own medicine, too. And made her fall in love with, and Anchises, and again, I'm just going to spell it out. I should have had it written down for you guys and have it so you could see it. It's Anchises. So, and she bore children, even with Ares, like I told you before, as well as Poseidon, whom she had, who she had sex with. Now, when I say she wears garments that have been colored in the in spring flowers by the Graces. She's also said to wear roses in her hair. She is also celebrated as the Lady of Spring Blossoms, especially when the roses are in bloom. And flowers are really both sensual and beautiful when linked with this goddess. And again, if you look at there is a general understanding and agreement among scholars of the Greek religion, of ancient religion, and the stories, the mythologies, that Aphrodite, like I said before, was not an indigenous Greek goddess. That her origins is more to the east. So you can do some research on that and look that up. So, I'm sorry, I'm get very thirsty. My mouth has been very dry, and my throat hurts, and I'm constantly thirsty. One of the things of having COVID-19, my muscles hurt right now, my throat hurts. So just deal with me, please. I'm so sorry. I wanted to the wait till I was better to do this, and I don't see any end in sight with this. I've been sick for quite a bit. I've never been this sick before. I don't remember when the last time I was this sick or in this much pain. So she represents heavenly love. That her fertility is not from the earth up. It's her fertility and her life-giving powers come from the sky. The rain. The light of day. She deals with the light of day. And yeah, I know she's not the god of the sun. The Olympian god is Apollo, and the Titan is Helios. Again, this is not Highlander where there can only be one, and you can't pigeonhole our gods, so stop trying. You can't pigeonhole or peghole them. So she represents the life that comes from the heavens on down. Her sanctuaries were found all over Greece. And boy, is she important back then, and to people now, she's important now. And unfortunately, she is stereotyped to this day as having one function. Sex, sex, sex. So much more to her. Also, the sailors and the mariners in ancient times would pray to her before venturing out into the sea for protection. It wasn't just Poseidon that was prayed to. They would pray to her too, so she had devotees. And also for protection, for a good haul, or to be looked kindly upon. Make sure they were safe. Make sure things went well. They would pray to her. Because she also dealt with the oceans. Again, this is not Highlander, where there can only be one. Interesting, when I talked about the black goddess, her being the black goddess, she was and is sometimes depicted as a black statue. And some people say that her veneration may survive in the black Madonnas. Interesting, right? She represents all women, from baby girls to as old as dirt. She deals with all women's organs, the breast, the uterus, the vagina. She helps deal with all women problems. Girls go through puberty, the first period, the losing of virginity, pregnancy, giving birth, even miscarriages, unfortunately. She deals with menopause, which I'm going through, and any problems that may happen to our feminine organs. Oh goody, I feel feverish. So, she deals with her places where you can get, like, if you deal with dirt, you can get sand from the beach, dirt from the coastline, and also around places of prostitution and bordellos. Those are the dirt that you can pick up from. If a place seems dangerous, then be careful. Also, now Valentines have been associated with her in modern times because of her association with procreation, sex, and passion, and dating. Even the symbols of drawing a heart is now associated with her, and two interlinked hearts. And of course her symbol is that of Venus, the symbol for a woman. So, I mean, there are many, many stories about her and about how Hephaestus caught them, how, made a net after he was told by Helios that your wife's not being faithful to you. So there's stories about that. Aphrodite did not like being mocked or ignored. So people did that at their own risk. Also, another island that has strong identification other than Cyprus is Cythera, Cythera. So, other things about her is that you don't want to put her really next to Artemis, Hestia, or Athena. They're not at all interested in her. Said even Zeus desired her, that he wanted to have sex with her, and then she just pulled away from him and his sperm hit the earth. But definitely she loves Aries. You would not go wrong with that. Sometimes Hera got really pissed at her because she can incite Zeus into sexual urges, but again, she even loaned her girdle to Hera to seduce Zeus, and sometimes he wasn't pleased with that either. So other things that I want to sum this up, because I've been talking for about 48 minutes, and like I said, I'm not feeling so great. So early statues portray her wearing a polos, which is a type of a crown hat that a lot of other deities you'll see wearing. And she also said to wear robes patterned with stars or roses on it. She was also venerated in the form of a conical stone at Paphos. Cowrie shells are also, forgot to mention that, not only scallop but cowrie shells is an attribute, as well as fishing nets. Also, okay, so back to the birds. I'll go over them again because I forgot to mention the swallow. Swallow, swan, dove, sparrow, geese, as well as a partridge. I forgot that one. And like I said, she's also associated with dolphins. And other things, like I said, sheep and goats were sacrificed to her. But also, I believe the bee is also associated with her. Yeah, the bee. In some instances, even the wolf has been associated with her, but I don't know how much of that is really associated with her. Now, one of her mounts is actually a dolphin. She's seen to ride a dolphin. And I've read that sometimes she has a chariot that's pulled by doves. But I don't know how popular that is. And then other sources say that she rides on a goat, as well as a young what do they call? A deer, a male deer, a doe. Actually, a male, a little deer. Yeah. So she can help you in manners of the heart, of things that you want, that you desire. Again, money spells. Also, if you're a sex worker, you may want to call upon her for good money as well as protection. There is so much to be learned about Aphrodite. Once, one of her chief sanctuaries, Corinth, was in the Greek mainland. That's something to be, you can look at. Anyways, I want to thank you for putting up with me and me being sick, and thank you for watching this video. If you like, please like and subscribe and share this video. Thank you, and blessed be.